Hey guys, welcome to another video. Today is Bake Off Day. So you've seen all my previous videos of me making these batches of cookies. If you haven't, go check them out. I have the recipes linked down below in all of the videos. So I was getting ready for an event and I knew I wasn't going to have time to bake just before the event because I was going to be on vacation visiting my dad. So I made all of the doughs for these cookies and weighed them out or scooped them out and froze them all and pulled them out 2 days before the event so that I could bake off the first day and package everything the second day. So here I am traying up my Mexican or pecan Mexican wedding cookies. Now, if you did see this video, you'll see that I rolled them in the powdered sugar before I baked them, which I then realized was a no-no. You're supposed to do it after you take them out of the oven and they're still kind of warm, but not super hot. So that's something to make note with. And now I am traying up my crinkle cookies. You don't see me traying up a lot of these because I actually forgot to start recording when I was traying up the pumpkin cookies. And it wasn't until I started doing these cookies that I remembered that I should be filming. So that's why you only see a little bit of those. But I got about 60 of those cookies total. Here I am doing my almond shortbread cookies. Now you notice that I am placing most of my cookies on all of the ones I've been doing close together because these cookies are not going to spread. And I'm trying to bake as many at one time as I can so that I'm not having to wait for them to cool and put more in the oven because I only have so many baking sheets and I only have so much oven space. So that is what I was doing with those. I'm spacing them really close together on all of the cookies. The only cookie that I spaced a little farther apart was the pumpkin cookies because those are a little more cake-like. They're soft. And so one thing to note about the cake cookie or the pumpkin cookies that I made is because they are cake-like, you can actually make little cupcakes out of them. Or what I made little mini loaves and I sold those at my event too. I kind of did that last minute. So here I am now dusting the Mexican pecan Mexican wedding cookies with the powdered sugar, which is, like I said, what I should have done in the first place, not coating them beforehand. Not a big deal if you do it like I did by accident and coat them before you bake them. But again, I froze them, so a lot of that powdered sugar actually kind of like melted into the cookie anyways. So it wasn't such a big deal. And I got about, I think, close to 60 of these cookies too. Not exactly 60. Um, each recipe that I made makes a different amount of cookies. So I like triple, quadrupled some of these batches to get what I needed because what I was doing, which you'll see in a separate video after this one is posted, is boxing everything up. I did 4 different types of cookies and I did 3 of each cookie. So because I was doing 12 cookies, I didn't make them that big. I made them your regular average size cookies because they're not singles. So here I am taking the almond shortbread cookies and I dipped half of it in chocolate. And then I had these little yellow stars, like candy stars or like sprinkle stars, whatever you want to call them. So I put 3 of those on there. And then I had this, I don't know what color it is, I can't remember, but this edible luster dust that was kind of holographic that I sprinkled on that as well. So I think these came out really nice looking. And when it came to my second, I had 2 events that I was baking for. When it came to my second event, I didn't have enough of the yellow stars for those cookies. So I used some Jimmy Sprinkles Christmas color on the ones that I did have left that I didn't have enough stars on. So unfortunately, I didn't film that part, but moving on to the next cookie, which you did not see me bake off because like I said, I forgot to tape that, is I melted some white chocolate and added some food coloring to it. And I actually did kind of a technique that I would do when I was doing my acrylic paintings and my resin art, which is to drizzle some of the each color in. I had red, green, and white, and then I kind of swirled it around and did a little dip in. And I had to do that for each cookie because the design like dissipates basically once you dip the cookie in. So you need to add more to that. And the white chocolate is really good on the pumpkin cookies. I thought it was a good pairing, but again, I had a lot more cookies left for the second event that I did, and I didn't have enough white chocolate. So I actually had run out of white chocolate altogether. So what I did is I used a simple buttercream of just mixed softened butter and powdered sugar and piped it on. Again, I don't have a video of that because that I didn't film the day that I did that. So moving on to the next thing is I decided last minute, I woke up at like, this is a different day, but I woke up at 6 in the morning because I couldn't sleep. And I decided that I wanted to make some peppermint bark. So I took some dark chocolate and I melted and tempered it. And I didn't make a video on that because it's a process. If you would like to see a video on that, let me know and I can totally make one because white chocolate, dark chocolate, and milk chocolate have different tempering processes. So let me know if you'd like to see a video of that. And then what I did is I just took candy cane, which I was going to try to make myself, but I could not find the proper gloves to handle the hot sugar candy when making it. And I did not feel like burning my hands because if you've never burned your hands on sugar, let me tell you, it is not fun. So after you've got your toppings and whatever you want to put on your bark, you want to put it in the refrigerator to set up. If it does not set up, then you know that your chocolate has not been tempered. So it's a good idea to test your chocolate before adding your toppings to make sure that it is tempered. I hope you guys enjoyed today's Bake Off video day. Next video up will be me packaging everything and getting ready for the event.